Welcome to another sentence completion question. This question has two blanks, so read it carefully and let's take a look at the methods and the ways to analyze it. Now, if you look at the first part of the sentence before the comma, as an architect who rehabilitates older buildings, and stop there. The sentence gives you a clue already. The person that begins the subject of the sentence, Roberta Williams, is an architect who rehabilitates older buildings. The second half then tells you that this is something of a contrast question because she has the need, she has the job of rehabilitating older buildings, right? Rehabbing them in current language. She rehabilitates older buildings. She's going to object to a local government policy that resulted in the mass something of clearly blank structures. You don't really need to necessarily right away look at both blanks automatically. You can look at the first one or the second one. If we take a look at the first one, you have the opposite of what she wants. She rehabs older buildings. She's going to object to a policy that resulted in the mass demolition. That works. She would object to demolition. She wouldn't object to renovation. Razing is meaning to demolish. It's a direct synonym to A. She would object to that. She wouldn't object to the protection because she would like that. And scouring. Scouring doesn't really fit. Scouring is kind of an odd word and it doesn't mean anything in this sentence. So you can take away E, you can take away D, and you can take away B. And so there you're left with really just A and C. Possibly you might think E is on the list. Even if you do, you're down to 3. Now, if you've noticed, the key here, the word of the day, so to speak, is razing, R-A-Z-I-N-G. That's a key word. Not too many students know that that means to demolish, and it could cause you problems. But demolition, would she object to a local government policy that resulted in the mass demolition of inconsequential structures, or to salvageable structures? Well, if she rehabs older buildings, the better answer is salvageable structures. She may not be so concerned with inconsequential structures. Now, two key words, rehabilitates. You need to know that in order to begin. Most students in high school do. And the vocabulary lesson of the day, per se, is the word raze, R-A-Z-E, and that is to knock down. Now, naturally, it sounds like the opposite, to raise up, R-A-I-S-E, but it is indeed the opposite. So there you have an example of words sounding similar, if not exact, and meaning opposite things. There you have a double question. Use one of the blanks on its own to narrow down your choices. If you do that, you are already ahead of the game and things will go better for you and you'll get a better score. Thank you. Talk to you next time.